What's going on? It's yours truly. Just say it with me. They call me Mr.Taliaferro. How's everybody doing out there? So as we near the trade deadline, not a lot of movement thus far, but there's one team I want you to keep a close eye on. The Toronto Raptors. They're hovering around 4th or 5th in the Eastern Conference right now. Remember, they lost Kawhi Leonard. I don't think I need to remind you that, but Kawhi Leonard no longer with the team. They've actually exceeded a lot of people's expectations. I was actually higher on the Raptors. I said they finished 2nd or 3rd in the Eastern Conference this year. I knew they were still a really good team. Pascal Siakam is the real deal. But it's some things that you got to kind of put in perspective. Serge Ibaka in the last year of his deal. Marc Gasol in the last year of his deal. Kyle Lowry signed the 1-year extension last summer. So he's got a guaranteed extra $30 million. But that actually does help his trade value, as teams that are inquiring about his services, they now know Kyle Lowry will come with at least one more year. They're not trading for a rental piece per se. So you got to kind of watch out for the Kyle Lowry dynamic very closely. They want to re-sign Fred VanVleet to a long-term deal. He is the point guard of the future in Toronto. I mean, you got a guy that's pretty close to Kyle Lowry in talent. Neither of these guys are big guards. I think Fred VanVleet has the better mindset to be a starting point guard than Lowry. But, you know, Lowry's still a good piece. He is going to get, I don't know if they're going to retire Lowry's jersey, but something special is going to happen to Kyle and DeMar for what they contributed to Toronto. And Lowry was the guy that was the point guard of a team that brought a ring there. So I'm pretty sure something special is going to happen with Lowry. Now, here's the decision the Raptors have to make. Are we good enough to make the NBA Finals with the team that we have? Do we believe we could beat the Milwaukee Bucks and the Philadelphia 76ers in the playoffs? Right? That's the question. Because if you do, you keep Kyle Lowry and then trade him next deadline, right? 2021. But if you don't, you keep, if you don't feel like you have enough, you may be looking to trade in Kyle Lowry, Marc Gasol, Serge Ibaka, similar to what the position that they were in last year. Remember, last year, they were the team that needed one more piece. They went out and got Marc Gasol from the Memphis Grizzlies. If they're sellers this year, they'll be the Memphis Grizzlies in this situation, right? They'll be the team looking to trade one of these pieces to a contending team that thinks they're one more piece away from going after the championship. It all depends on where the Raptors front office, Masai Ujiri and company, where do they believe this team's at with it right now? I'm interested to see. I think this team could get to the NBA Finals. Now, that would probably include Pascal Siakam guarding Giannis. I think Giannis would bulldoze him. All due respect to Pascal, he's nowhere near where Kawhi is defensively at this point in his career. Not yet. He's offensively, he's the money. He's money. But defensively, I want to put some respect on the best defender in the NBA in Kawhi Leonard. So he can't do what, we have to remember that. You know, the Bucks lost in 6 to Toronto last year in the conference finals. Pascal cannot get in, he can't get anywhere close to what Kawhi did to Giannis after game 2. He single-handedly took Giannis out of that series last year, the MVP to be last year out of that series. So it's up to the Raptors to kind of say, you know, here's where we think we're at. We believe we could do this. We don't believe we could do this. I want to know where they're at. I think they could go to the finals. I think it would be a tough series against the Bucks. I believe it would be in the Raptors' best interest if the Philadelphia 76ers eliminated the Bucks and then they got their hands on the 76ers if the seeding worked out in that way. And I believe the Raptors still believe they could beat the 76ers again, even without Kawhi Leonard being there. We will see, though. It's up for debate. Let me know what you think. If there were a team out there that you believe Kyle Lowry should be traded to, let me know what you think in the comment box below. I'm out. You into sports, we got you. NFL news, I got you. NBA news, NBA highlights, NBA full coverage, feature stories, all that great stuff, I got you. We even got a little bit of Madden and 2K mixed in. Subscribe to this platform, and I got you. More quality content on the way. Subscribe.